Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense will be under the direction of Ryan Tannehill. His first year with Tennessee after spending the last 7 in Miami. Had some good numbers along. But the Dolphins were without a playoff victory during his run at quarterback.
Set, ready? 60 yards.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week.
Go to the roster and go to the edit player.
Production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown LA. Saquon Barkley, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I got to keep Saquon. I might move Saquon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
They juked him. Dion Lewis, 30, the 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. We less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even.
Each team's added, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The left tackle.
The
They right
offense
guard. They
takes the
easy to
field,
get.
and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch.
Johnson odds poke free, football's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Here's Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown.
Man, he got some high school, boy.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter.
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he locates Walker, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Tannehill in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Derrick Henry. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. On second down now, it's Henry, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started, you know, you have to get your...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
This is Lewis. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. He's got Smith here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now throwing on first down and completing it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but now it'll be 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. A first down carry for Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Taking a deep shot. And this is caught.
Hey, did you
He's
see
got
those
it.
come out though?
Touchdown.
How you can edit the position.
Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, Tannehill. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Henry. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Lewis. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Tannehill on first down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker.
What are you talking about?
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone now, Tannehill. He's got Lewis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Now it's Tannehill. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And Walker has it. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of kick away. Don't you think?
That's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game.
You say you're going to do the rest of it tomorrow?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another.
All right, that's a bit. I let everybody still get on tomorrow and play their game. So.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Man, watch out. Hopefully your new scheme, your coach and the trades you made help you out.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now.
Yeah.
Flushed out right, and an alley to run. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second and 6. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
All right.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and 1. It's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Looking to throw. Johnson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. This is taken at the 18. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Tannehill. Completes it to Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag...
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. They keep it with Barkley on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, it doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Johnson operating from the gun. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say, diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And that might be Titan football. It is.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they cost one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill going underneath for Lewis. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on.